What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today, as you can tell, I'm in the barn and I have Sasha, my beautiful queen, behind me right now. And a lot of you guys have been asking me on Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat, how do I tack up my horse? So today I'm gonna do a tack up routine with you guys. So I'm gonna set the camera. Yeah, you can see her. So the first thing that I usually do when I go to tack up my beautiful queen is I take her 2 rugs off. If she's out in the field, I'll usually bring her in an hour before I go out for a hack to prepare her, because I usually put her mane up and I got a whole bunch of other little things, but I'll do that in a different vlog. This is what I do whenever she's inside and it turns out nice and I go to take her for a hack. Let's get started. Hi, beautiful. I hope you guys can see. Hi. Hello. Yeah. I'm going to put a head collar on her because I want her to focus. She's not focusing. She's too busy trying to eat food, which is a regular problem that I deal with. Come here, Sasha girl. Come here, Bubby. Come here. Come here. Put this on. You can't eat food the whole video. Yeah. I might as well see. I'm just going to tie her up like that. She can't get out, guys. She won't break out. She's pretty good that way. There we go. Right, now we can take our rugs off. If you hear noises in the background, it is the other horses. I'm just using my queen because I thought she's the best and she'll literally stand so nicely for the video. Good girl. Yeah. So I start by taking both of her rugs off, and she likes getting her rugs off. She really doesn't mind it. She actually kind of likes it because it lets her fur breathe. Yeah, beautiful, huh? And I kind of just dump her rugs in the corner on top of the hay and hope that they don't get clobbered in the hay. So as you guys can see, I'll bring you guys in. Because she has been inside the stable, she's all nice and clean. There's no mud on her. She's in beautiful condition too. You're looking good, my girlie. Hey. Hey, Jack's saying hi, guys. So, she's nice and clean, as you guys can tell. There's not a speck of mud on her. This is kind of how it's easy enough for me. Hey. She's a good girl. So now what I'm going to do is clean out her feet. This I do regardless if she's in or out of the stable. So I'm going to put you guys right there, and I'm going to go grab my hoof pick. She's so patient, guys. It's good to have a horse that will just stand and not move about, because it's safer for both you and the horse. So I'm going to pick up her foot, which she's good, and clean out her feet. I clean her feet out every time I bring her in from the field and every time before I let her out into the field, because it means that she's not got packed food and bedding, and as you can tell, this foot has got a lot of packed stuff in it. I'm going to guess that is just poo from overnight. Sasha is due to get her feet done, so that will be happening soon. I don't know if I will vlog that or not. Probably not, because to be respectful towards the farrier, but also because I don't know if you guys will find that interesting or not. So, yep. Clean out your feet. Yeah, she needs her feet done pretty soon. And she's a pretty good girl for this kind of thing. And this doesn't hurt her, guys. Like, what I'm scraping is dirt and toenail. But she doesn't feel it. Good girl. Sometimes she pulls away because she's kind of stubborn and she doesn't want to do anything. So I'm going to go to the other side and do her other foot now. And I usually do all four, but again, because we're not really going out on a hack, I'm not going to do all four. Plus, I did her do back ones last night because I took her down the road for a walk. When I got back, I had to do them, but her front ones are the worst for getting clobbered in dirt and bedding and all kinds of things. Good girl, Sasha. You're a good girl. Very good, guys, whenever you're doing your horse's feet, to talk to them, because people say horses don't understand a thing you're saying. Guys, horses understand more than any other animal about what you're saying. They may not reply to you, but they do understand. Good job. Good, beautiful girl. So that's how I do her feet. Now, I normally run a brush over her, even if she's clean. I normally run a brush over her because when I go to put her saddle on, if I don't run and there's a fly on her. If I don't run the brush, I don't even know if you guys can see it. There's little flakes of bedding, like, under her fur. And although she's clean, like, she hasn't got any physical mud on her, bar her tail's a little dirty, but I'm going to give her a quick brush. She's just chilling, you guys, if I come up here. She's being such a good girl. She's just chilling. I'm going to set you guys. There you go. You can see her clearly now. This is the brush that I use. It's really soft. And just, it gives a quick sweep over her body to make sure there's nothing that's going to prick her while I put the saddle on. So I do that. Good girl. Good girl. I usually lift her mane up and do under her mane. But again, she's so clean, there's barely anything coming off of her. And she'll be starting to shed because we're coming into the summer, so you gotta keep that in mind. Good girl. A lot of people say don't go behind horses, guys. I've had this horse for a good few years now. So that rule only applies if you don't know the horse, if you're not fully confident with the horse. But if you're going to go around the back of the horse, I always make sure I have a hand on the horse so that they know exactly where I am at all times. And that way, Sasha's like, well, I know my mom's behind me because I feel a hand. She loves getting brushed right there. She really does like getting brushed, guys. She loves it so much. She's very quiet. Good job. Alright, so with the brushing done, and usually I put her mane up, like I said, we're not actually going out for a hack today. This is just a little me showing you how I personally tack up. I usually plait her mane, and I leave this down because sometimes when we're out, it would either start to rain and also the sun. So this blocks the sun, but she can still see through it, obviously. You're so good. Good girl. And then obviously I will plait all that and have it all so that it doesn't like get in my way of the rain. So first piece of tack that I usually put on is the martingale. And this is so simple. It literally goes over her head. And just like that. Of course the lead rope is going to get in the way of that. I keep remembering that. Oh, they're beautiful. Girl. So that goes like that. I'm going to turn the lights on because the barn is getting a little dark. Because it's late in the day, it's like late afternoon. Then I do her bridle. This part she doesn't really like. She doesn't like getting the bit in her mouth, but once it's in her mouth, she is perfectly chill after that. You just don't like it, huh? Yeah, Mama gonna come in with you. Please, you don't pull away. So I'm gonna unhitch the rope. She knows now I've done that. Toss that back there. Get this. You can see she's already chewing. That's a sign that she's getting ready to get the bit in. I'm gonna drop that on the floor. Come here, Bubba. Come here. So this is how I usually do it. That wasn't too bad. Usually she pulls away a bit more. Get everything out so that it's comfortable for her. Make sure it's comfortable around her ears. Sasha's one of them horses, when you put the bridle on, she really doesn't like hair underneath the bridle, between her ear and the bridle. So you gotta make sure there's no hair there, because she'll just constantly shake her head. That's what I gotta deal with every time. You're that tired and we're not even going anywhere. Can I do this up? Thank you. She's dropping chewed hay out of her mouth. So I usually do up her nose band so that I can get about 2 fingers max. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll show you in a minute a little bit closer. But that's how I do it. Again, there is a correct way of doing it, but the way I do it is correct, but not fully correct. Like, it's not like everybody else does this process. So let me show you guys a second. She's gonna walk away. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Back up. So I'll show you around this way. So when I say I can get 2 fingers up sideways in her bridle, and this should be able to come off her nose just a little bit so that it's loose, so she can get her mouth open. Like, I don't do it so that she can't get her mouth open. So I'm going to set you guys, I think up here is a little better because you can see what I'm doing. Come here, baby. Come here. Turn sideways. Come here. Turn sideways. There you go. How's that better? She chews with her mouth so much. So with the martingale, what I have to do is I have to undo the reins and actually put the reins through the martingale. And I will show you in a minute what, and I'll explain. So the martingale is so that whenever Sasha sometimes gets a little bit hyper and she like tries to fight the bit a little. So the martingale is there really just to stop her from throwing her head up too much, because she does that all the time. So let me just get that is good. So I'll show you what I did. So with the martingale, I've put these loops, like the reins go through the loops. That connects to the martingale, which then goes around the neck. This bit goes where the girth is under her stomach, which I'm going to show you guys. Look how calm she's being. You're so good. Are you a good girl? Hey. She responds to the bit so well, you guys. Now we're going to do the interesting part. The saddle. So I'm going to realign her and put the lead rope here so that she doesn't rip my gear, because she has done that on me in the past. Yes, you have, haven't you? Now I'm going to put the saddle on, and I literally slide it on. Pretty much slides slash set it on her. Good girl. She's... So, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So that's the saddle on her, and there is one plait here, because I did plait that because it was going to get in the way. Now, I take my girth, And the girth goes underneath the stomach. But like I said before, we've got to put the martingale on the girth. So how it does is it goes through her legs. Hope you guys can see that. Let me reposition the camera. The martingale goes through the legs, and the girth goes inside, like so. And that can hang there for a couple of seconds. Now I go around the other side, and I'm pretty sure, I hope, grab this, and it attaches to here, and I have no place to set you guys up. Let me set you guys right there. So then this attaches under here, and if I can only remember which it is, it's the first and the third, I think they said it was. I gotta check. Give me a second. It's the second and the third. I was wrong. See, every horse rider has got to check their gear. Otherwise, you're going to have a horse that's uncomfortable. I'm going to make sure those are aligned. Lift this up. Put them through the little thing. And I'm just going to put this on the third one so that... because I don't want it going tight because I'm not actually riding her. But if I was going to ride her, I would probably put it on a tighter one so the saddle doesn't come off. So, as you guys can see, the martingale's right there. So that sits right there. It usually needs to be aligned. Goes in between our front legs. The girth then comes up, and they go like that. That's pretty much her all tacked up. And as you can tell, she's looking like she wants to go out. And I always make sure I can get a minimum of 3. I can get 4 right in there because it's too loose right now. But about 3 fingers in there is pretty good. But usually I tighten that up. Now, another thing that I do with my horse, I don't know if other riders do this or not, is I pull Sasha's legs. I lift one by one, and I pull them forward, and I give where the girth is a little rub, just to make sure that the girth doesn't nip her legs when she goes to walk forward. So I'm going to do that right now. Come on, your leg, baby. Lift it up. Good girl. Get down again. All right, other side. Other side. Come on, lift it up. Good girl. Good job. Now, I do this part of the bridle last. I don't know why other riders insist on doing this first, but the throat lash. I do this part last because I want to get all my other gear on first. And the throat lash just goes up on the throat. And again, not too tight. This should be fairly loose. And then I do this little strap, and this stops her from, I say not opening her mouth, but it stops her from fighting the bit. It's the same reason as the martingale. And again, I do that pretty loose. Not loose enough that she can break out of it, but loose enough. So if I bring you guys closer again, I will show you. She's literally looking at me like I'm bored. So that's the throat lash right there. And then this is the little mouth strap. And that's her all geared up. She's about to fall asleep right now. Hey, are you going to fall asleep on me? Sorry about the shaky hand, guys. I have had a lot of coffee today. So with that being said, that's my girl all tacked up. Look at her. She looks so pretty. Of course, this would need to be realigned. I'm not realizing that it's off. She looks good. You look good. So that's going to be today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment if she looks pretty or not. I think she does. No? You don't think you're pretty? I think the audience think you're pretty. Huh? Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications, and I'm still trying to figure out the comments, but if the comments are on, comment down below what videos you want to see me make with this little queen. She just gizmo ran past. Well, that being said, guys, we will see you in the next video. Good day, and have fun.